Good morning, members, to the LB staff, to our viewing public. Good morning. We apologize for the slight delay. We were supposed to start at 8:30, but we were ironing up some negotiations during the recess. So it is now 10:58 a.m. and we will continue on with the discussion for the conference committee meeting in regards to House Bill 24-74 SS2. Before we left off in the last recess where we were deliberating on the legislation, uh, we left off with Representative John Paul Sablon recommending to the body that we appropriate $750,000 to MVA for the tourism recovery efforts for the CNMI. That was the last discussion, and the floor is still open. If Rep. Sablon still wants to continue on the floor, or you use your time, colleagues, the floor is open for any of the members to please on their discussion in regards to House Bill 2474 SS2, as per recommended by Representative John Paul Sablon. No amendments have been made or motioned yet. So, Floor Leader Donald Manglonia, please.
Thank you, Chair. And this, it's just to shed some light on the information that we receive, as well as discussions we've had with our counterparts from the House. While we truly, while we support the intent of the Chairman for Ways and Means is Chairman for Ways and Means, JP Sablon. The initial intent of the legislation was to provide some assistance to the municipalities of Rhode and Tinian, which weren't addressed in the budget. And in understanding the current situation and the challenges that MVA is facing, and the support that they need from the legislature, it was agreed that the House will assist our municipalities by addressing our needs through other resources that are available. And based on that discussion and agreement, I would like to say that I support the chairman's proposal, provided that we continue the discussions and ensure that these additional funds that have already been introduced in the House will support the needs of the first and second senatorial district. With that, again, I just wanted to bring that to the record, because for those people who have seen the current legislation, these are monies that would address some of the projects that are ongoing in Rhoda, but because there are also resources that we could use for those very reasons, we would also support this current proposal, provided that the additional funds that have been realized would also make up for monies that we're using now that could be used for the first and second. Thank you.
Thank you, Floor Leader Manglonia. Any other member? We're still open for discussion. Chairman Hofschneider, please.
Sus Masi, Chairman JP, BJ Ato, and good morning, everyone. I wish to first thank the staff and also the conference and the Senate for for their continued discussion on the issue, primarily as what was mentioned by Floor Leader Manglonia. We're at a point right now where we have a situation where it's detrimental if we don't dial in and consider the request by the Tourism Council. It can be and I hate to say this, but it can be catastrophic, to say the least. Although the initial product of the Senate was unanimously voted, this issue of the lack of tourism arrival into the CNMI is a problem for every one of us. And if we don't take care of the only industry that is basically keeping our CNMI afloat barely, then we're not doing justice to the community that we represent. And I want to reemphasize the importance of the lack of the reports that are coming out from the hotel industry is lethargic. They've been saying that 80% would be a good number to maintain their business at a full scale. But I also did speak to some employees of the hotel industry where their hours are being cut, not because they agreed to get cut. It's just there's no choice. So, looking at it in a 30,000 foot view, we really need to work through with this and try and ensure that the flights remain committed. The new flights come in and will support. Without that seats, there's no way for us to be able to bring in the much needed tourists that we are hoping to get at least for this year. I do want to say also, Chairman and Chairman JP, that we really need to work in tandem with the Secretary of Finance, the MBA, CEDA for that matter, to assist us along the way in the next few months, because these are the agencies that are critical to guide us forward. This is only one component of our exercise. There's budget coming up that it's going to require all hands on deck, and that's the most pressing before us. But I'm confident with this kind of working relationship carry forth, we can get through with the efforts that we're doing. I would like to go ahead and say that I appreciate the efforts from the House also to ready those legislations in the next few days, so that we can concurrently address them once the product before us is ready to be taken with the Senate. So again, thank you, Chairman BJ and your conferees for continuing this exercise and dialogue, and let's move forward from here. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Schneider. Representative John Paul Sablan, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I want to also thank both the House Conference Committee as well as the Senate Committee, Conference Committee, together also with our Bureau staff. I appreciate that we are in the understanding on the position of the House Conference, and therefore I now make a motion that we appropriate the 1 million on this conference committee meeting, 250 to PSS and 750 to MVA. So move.
Standing.
There's a motion on the floor and it has been seconded, but before we entertain that motion, Chairman or Rep JP Sablan, will you please also state that the findings and purpose are addressed, because the findings and purpose were changed now for the distribution to the respective senatorial districts, so that the findings reflect that this is for the public school system and the tourism recovery efforts, as reflective on, I believe it's Floor Leader Marissa Flores' legislation that we had passed in the House of the $900,000.
Thank you, and that is thank you, Chairman Ato. And if I can additionally made on the motion that we fix the findings and purpose to serve its purpose of the appropriation of 250 for PSS and 750 for MVA for the efforts to be made to revive our tourism industry, and that a conference committee report is formulated for both the House and Senate conference approval. So move.
A motion has been made by Representative John Pozoblan and it has been seconded. Discussion on the motion. Short recess. Short recess, members. We're back into the conference committee meeting, and Representative John Paul Sablon, you still have the floor.
Thank you, Chairman Atto. I want to make an additional motion that the 250,000 for PSS, that we add an additional provision that these funds are dedicated for instructional expenses. Further, to add a new section for expenditure reporting for both PSS and the MVA managing director upon the expense of the full appropriation. So move.
A motion has been placed on the floor by Representative John Paul Sablon and has been seconded. Discussion on the motion. Ready, members? We adopt the amendments. All those in favor on the amendment? That's for the only the amendment, guys.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say nay. With that motion carries, the ayes have it. Back to the main motion. Now it's gonna reflect the House Bill 24-74 SS2 Conference Committee Amendment 1. Any further discussion? Ready? To the main motion. Oh, for the motion for the Rep. John Paul Sablon, please.
Thank you, Chairman Atos. For the main motion, I just want to again take this opportunity to thank both conferees and also to our hardworking Bureau staff. And with that, I stand ready for the vote, roll call vote for the main motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Rep. Sablon. Any further discussion on the main motion for the adoption and production of a committee report for both houses? Ready? All right, Claire, can we please get the or Camille? Sorry, can we please get the roll call for the House side?
Representative Ralph N. Umel, Representative John Paul P. Sablon,
Yes.
Representative Bloss Jonathan B.J. T. Attal.
Yes.
Chairman, all three House conferees voted in the affirmative.
Thank you, Camille. With all members from the House conference voting in the affirmative, it's adopted from the House side, and I recognize Chairman Hofschneider for the Senate side, please.
Thank you, Chairman G. Atto. For the Senate, I recognize Mr. Devin Macronas to please call the roll.
Senator Francisco Q. Cruz. Senator Francisco Q. Cruz. Senator Donald M. Manglona.
Yes.
Senator Jude U. Hofschneider.
Ungan.
Senator Francisco Q. Cruz.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, all three Senate conferees voted yes.
With 3 members voting yes, the conference committee product hereby passes the Senate. And I give back to you, Chairman Atto.
Thank you, Chairman Hofschneider, and thank you, conferees from the Senate, for the adoption to pass and to produce the committee report for the passage of the House Local Bill 2474 SS2 conference committee version, so that we can proceed to both houses and get the get both houses to vote on it, so we can get it to the governor's desk for the appropriations to the public school system and the Marianas Visitors Authority. I know that we're done with that portion. We'll move further down on our agenda. It's just adjournment, but before we adjourn, colleagues, I would like to thank Chairman Hofschneider, Floor Leader Manglona, Senator Cruz, Senate Vice President Corinne Magofnia, our House conference as well, Representative John Paul Sablon, Rep. Ralph Umel, Floor Leader Marissa Flores, to the Bureau staff, thank you guys for your time and your effort. We apologize for the lot of time on recess where we hashed out a lot of the issues regarding the legislations to come down to an agreement to service these funds over to the public school system and Marianas Visitors Authority. It's very unfortunate that we're faced with multiple crises here in the CNMI. This legislation started out as addressing a crisis to the NAP program. The federal government stepped back in and was able to get the monies out to our NAP recipients. Where the Senate took action, and with the understanding and the deliberation that we were going to act on this legislation to provide additional funding to the respective municipalities, not just the first, second, but inclusive of the third senatorial district, and additional monies to PSS. But here we are with another crisis. Now we're reverting back the amount of the monies. Rather than going to the municipalities, we're reverting it to MVA to assist in our tourism recovery. And for that, it's a reflection of the efforts of both the House and the Senate in standing up to the issues that face the CNMI in its entirety, and are willing to take a step back on our respective municipalities to be able to address the CNMI's issues. We do have an understanding that we will assist the first and second senatorial district with existing legislations, but we also are not forgetting that we will be addressing issues within the third senatorial district at the same time. And I know that both houses are ready to work on all the legislations that will be forthcoming, and I believe that within the next 2 weeks we should have all the monies that at least we have sitting in both houses be distributed out to respective entities so that we can address the issues that they face. So with that, again, to the Bureau staff, to the viewing public, we thank you for your patience, but please know that the members of the legislature will continue to work in addressing the issues of the CNMI and also to assist our respective municipalities as we move forward. And with that, I end, and I thank you guys. The floor is open before we go to adjournment. Members, we get a motion to adjourn or to continue? Oh, to adjourn, okay. Motion for adjournment has been placed on the floor and has been seconded. Discussion on the motion. Ready? All those in favor, please say aye. All those opposed, please say nay. Motion carries. Thank you, member. We adjourn, and we thank all the colleagues for coming to a conclusion.